Hi, everyone. Welcome to Upgrade Your Skincare, hosted by Rosario Dawson. I said this woman looks exactly like Rosario Dawson. It's not, but that would be a cool spokesperson for doTERRA. I'm your host, Amanda Brumel, and I am really passionate about this topic. I just turned 42 in June. And, you know, in my 20s, I was like, whatever, my skin, I can stay out in the sun and get burned all the time. And I don't put moisturizer on and I don't wash it every night. Sometimes I go like 2 or 3 days with makeup on. And I understand now how important it is to take care of my skin on a daily basis, not only just for the look, but also for the feel, how it makes me feel on the inside out. Emotionally, taking care of myself just feels really nourishing. And I just love trying new things and finding ways to make myself feel better inside and out. So I am going to share some of my favorite things with you today so that you can upgrade your skincare routine. So what we're going to cover. So there is a PDF for notes. Let me just send this link in the chat. And then you'll be able to access it. And if you want to take notes, you can take notes. And if you don't want to take notes, you don't have to take notes, but you'll have access to this. And if you're watching the replay and I forget to include this in the email, let me know and I will send you this. It just helps you have some takeaways from the topics that we're going to cover in the class. Okay, so do you see this screen again, what we'll cover today? Does everybody still see that?
Yes.
So you have your link to the notes, and then we're going to cover oil safety. Just if you're not muted, just feel free to mute yourselves. And then we're going to talk about oil safety. We're going to talk about practical tips for flawless and glowing skin. Best oils for particular skin concerns, because everybody's dealing with something a little bit different. Sometimes people are dealing with multiple things. And then I'm going to go through my daily skincare routine, and then product bundles and deals, because I'm all about the secret deals. So the reason I'm so passionate about this is I used to never leave the house without makeup. I have no makeup on. I have no foundation on. I did put a little bit of like eyebrow stuff because otherwise my eyebrows disappear into my face, but I didn't put makeup on so I could demonstrate some of the techniques for you. Never, ever, 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 ever in my 20s and in my 30s did I leave the house without makeup on. In my late 30s I did because my skin started clearing up, but I used to have super, super severe blemishes all over my face, really dark acne scars. It was just like greasy and hormonal and everything was out of whack. I had dry flaky patches and then super oily patches, and it was a nightmare, honestly, and it was so embarrassing. I remember in my 20s being so humiliated on a date, like trying to hide my face from the guy I was with because I had so many breakouts all along my jaw and my chin. So I know what I'm going to share with you works from personal experience. Obviously, I didn't experience those things overnight. A lot of what I'm sharing with you is about long-term consistency. It's going to be about cleansing from the inside out, as well as putting things on the outside in. So just know that change is possible, and nothing is like a lifetime sentence, and we can reverse any sort of signs of dis-ease that might be coming out through our skin, because our skin is really a map to how our organs are functioning. And I'm going to show you a skin map later on in the class so you can understand better which organs you might need to focus on cleansing based on where you might be experiencing breakouts or wrinkles or dry patches. So yeah, awesome, says Allie. I know it is awesome. I love this stuff. I could talk about this for hours. So the benefits of essential oils. So we're all here because we love essential oils. They're natural, they're safe, they have soothing, cleansing, and purifying properties. A lot of the essential oils that are used in skincare products are not real. They are synthetic or they're highly adulterated. They're oftentimes called fragrance. So you don't really know what you're getting. And when you're getting high quality, certified pure, tested grade oils in your products, you're getting that extra level of nourishment, nutrition, cleansing, soothing, all the properties that you should be getting from your skincare. It's getting up leveled because you're using products that have such high quality and pure oils in them. So essential oils are amazing because they can penetrate the skin on such a deep level, and they're lipophilic, so they can penetrate into the cell membrane and work on the cells of your skin on a very deep level, on a cellular level. So it's why essential oils are included in pretty much every body care and skincare product that you can find. There's going to be some form of essential oil in it. Whether it's real or not depends on who's making it. So you can use essential oils directly on your skin. However, not all of them would I recommend putting directly on your skin. Typically, if you're dealing with flowers, pretty safe to put on directly. Lavender, rose, geranium. Geranium can be a little hot. So depending on how sensitive your skin is, I'm a delicate flower, so I usually have to dilute geranium. Those types of oils, helichrysum, jasmine, magnolia, you can pretty much put them directly on your skin. Now, I will say, if you dilute your oils, it's actually more beneficial because you get more oil trapped in the fattier molecules of the carrier oil. So more of the oil actually goes into your skin. So I actually do recommend diluting your oils, whether you dilute it with a carrier oil, just a pure carrier oil like almond or jojoba or something that you know your skin likes, or you can add it into your existing skincare products. So I use Doterra Skincare. It's my favorite. It's the only thing that has worked for me consistently. So I will add additional oils into my Virage moisturizer or my mud mask, or the serums. I might add additional things in there depending on what I'm working on. So I do recommend adding in a diluted factor into when you apply your oils to your skin, but you can use them what we call neat. That means undiluted. Also, tree oils are pretty safe to use undiluted. Things like tea tree, cedarwood, sandalwood, those oils you can use neat. But again, I believe that you get more benefit if you dilute them before you put them on your skin. So I prefer to use essential oil infused skincare products that I know where the oils are coming from, and I know that the other ingredients in the products are non-toxic. If you aren't sure if something in your product is non-toxic, you can look it up on ewg.org, and you can type in the ingredient and it'll tell you how toxic it is. You want something that's in the green category, at max yellow category. It shows you the color on the page. Something's in the red category, it's potentially cancer causing, so you want to be really careful. Now, purely natural products that have only natural ingredients have a really short shelf life. So Doterra is a science company. They use a mixture of natural and science when they use their products, but they use ingredients that are very low on the EWG toxicity level. So if you're making your own skincare products at home, keep in mind they have a shelf life usually of like a week. If you're like making a sugar scrub, or you're making some sort of something that does not have any preservative in it, the shelf life is very short. Sometimes it can last 2 or 3 weeks, but things will start to breed in there. So that's why you have to add preservatives to skincare products. And if you're going to add preservatives, you want to make sure that there's no toxicity level in them. So just keep that in mind, because we are going to talk a little bit about DIY at the end. If you are making things at home, just keep in mind the shelf life factor. Safety guidelines. Okay, so if you are going to dilute, you can dilute. I typically do a 3-to-1 ratio. So 3 drops of carrier oil to 1 drop of essential oil. That's typically what I do. So if you were filling up, say you were filling up an empty roller bottle, you'd fill it up like about that much with oil, and then the rest would be carrier oil. This has 200 drops of oil. So you're basically splitting it, dividing that by 3. So it's like 65 drops of oil, and then the rest carrier oil, something like that. If you're sensitive, you could always use less essential oil. You could do that, cut that in half and just do 30 drops of essential oil, especially if you're making a roller with like oregano oil or cinnamon or something that's spicy. You might want to use a lot less essential oil and much more carrier oil. If you're putting it directly on your skin, I would start with small amounts of oil if you've never used the oil before. Just do a little spot testing. So you can start with 1 or 2 drops, and that would be 3 to 6 drops of carrier oil. And then you can apply to any areas of your skin where you're having issues. So if you have a blemish, or if you have a cut or a scrape that feels like it's getting a little infected, you can keep applying the oil every 4 to 6 hours to help the affected area. Do not apply oils like too close to the eyelids, because if you get it in your eyes, it's not fun. Who's done this? I've done it. It's not fun. Peppermint in your eyeball, anyone? Geranium in your eyeball, anyone? Tea tree in your eyeball, anyone? It doesn't feel good. I will tell you though, do not wash it out with water. That's going to be your instinct. You want to get something that will dilute the oil. So if you have fractionated coconut oil at home, you can take the bottle and just squeeze a couple of drops in your eyeball and blink, and it'll help to neutralize the feeling. Don't put oils inside your ears. You can put it around your ears. I made this roller bottle of Helichrysum, On Guard, and DDR Prime to help with some healing of tinnitus that I have. So I've been putting it on morning and night, and actually has really helped clear up my sinuses, but I don't put it inside. I just put it all around the ear. And then if you have damaged skin, meaning say there's something that is really painful for you, I would always consult your doctor if you're concerned, but definitely dilute something or give something a little bit of time to heal. Like if you've just had surgery and you have an open wound that's healing, I wouldn't necessarily put oils on it right away, but you can start to put oils on it after you've given it a bit of time to heal. Hi, Margaret.
Hey.
I'm just gonna mute you and turn your video off just for now, but we're gonna have time at the end to ask questions. All right, so we were just talking about safety guidelines, and if you just want to, if you feel free to screenshot anything if you want to, if that would be helpful. I like to screenshot things or save images onto my phone, and then I save them in different albums in my phone. Does coconut oil tend to cause acne? So raw coconut oil, I do not use on my face. It's way too thick for me. Fractionated coconut oil is fine. My favorite is the Doterra Virage Immortelle Serum. That stuff is gold. And I will add other oils into it. Like if I'm breaking out, say I'm breaking out a little bit around my period, or I've been eating too many sweets or something and I haven't cleansed in a while, I will add tea tree to my Immortelle serum. But I would use a light oil. I wouldn't use like raw coconut. It's too heavy in my experience. The product is called the Doterra Virage Immortelle Serum. We're gonna talk about it a little bit later in the class too. I typed it in the chat. Okay, so some top tips for glowing skin. You've probably heard some of these. You might know them. You're like, ah, yeah, it's old hack. I mean, not old hag. Old hack. Oh man. I'm going to give you some top tips. So for diet and hydration, if you are not getting enough water intake from actually just drinking water, eat your hydration. Eat watermelon, eat cucumber, eat romaine lettuce, eat fruits and vegetables that have a high water content. That will help to hydrate your body. Also, avoid seed oils. This is my top diet tip. Seed oils are highly processed. They are basically, your body cannot break them down, and your fat cells will hold on to them, and it can be a cause of cellulite. So seed oils like sunflower, safflower oil, rice bran oil, those type of seed oils. Oh boy, I would avoid them at all costs. They're basically in everything that is processed. If you try to find even a healthy chip that doesn't have sunflower or safflower oil, it is very hard. I sat in the health food store the other day and it took me 20 minutes and I looked at the back of every single chip bag and I was like, wow, everything has safflower and sunflower oil. Oh my goodness. So look for things that have coconut oil, and avocado oil is even a little bit better, but coconut oil is the best. It stays stable at very high temperatures, whereas other things like olive oil, safflower, sunflower, things like that do not stay as stable. Even avocado oil doesn't really stay stable at high temperatures. So avoid seed oils at all costs. If you can make your snacks at home, even better. You can make some dehydrated kale chips, even in the oven. You can just put some kale chips in there with salt and pepper, a little bit of nutritional yeast, and bake them until they're crispy. Supplementation. Top tip is to seek bioavailable supplements. So if your supplement is not bioavailable, it means that the nutrients in the supplement cannot be used by your body. So it just goes through your liver and gets peed out or pooed out. It goes out of your channels of elimination. So you're basically just peeing your supplements money that you spent down the drain. You need to get food-based supplements that are bioavailable. So the supplement also has the correct form of the supplement. So the correct form of vitamin A, B, C, because there's synthetic forms that your body can't process, and then there are forms that your body can actually use, which is what makes them bioavailable. Exercise and stress. Stop spiking cortisol. If you're gaining weight in the middle of your body, it can be an indication that you're spiking cortisol, meaning you're exercising too hard. Maybe you're doing way too much cardio, way too much HIIT training, and you're spiking cortisol. And if you're finding that you have bags under your eyes, you're wrinkling, maybe you're losing weight, but you're seeing these other issues in your body that you're not loving, it may be because you're spiking cortisol. So you want to bring cortisol down, which means bring stress down. Doing those HIIT training workouts can be super effective, but long-term, they can be really stressful on the body. So you want to do exercise that is more gentle on the system. So weight training is amazing. Jumping on a trampoline is amazing for lymphatic flow and for, you know, muscles. Joyce is in the group right now. She knows all about the trampoline jumping. So if you want to share anything else about it that we should know, feel free to type that in the chat. And then in your environment, there's a lot about your environment that you cannot control. There might be mold, there might be other pollutants in the air. Diffuse your oils to purify the air. However, you have to make sure your diffuser is clean. If you are not cleaning your diffuser regularly, then you're just adding more crap into your air. So you want to make sure you're cleaning your diffuser, rinsing it out every few days, and then once a week getting in there with some white vinegar and a little Q-tip and some lemon oil and kind of cleaning it out and rinsing it out. Proper skincare. Top tip. Everything you love should have oil on it. Your scalp, your body, your face, oil it all up. Your body needs that kind of oil and hydration. And again, with the environment that we're in, you might be in a really dry climate or just a place that has a lot of toxicity in the environment. You want to make sure that you're hydrating your body and protecting it. Oil is very protective because of the fattiness of it. It helps to protect you from the things that are around you, and it gives you a lot of that suppleness and juiciness. So oil up everything you love. And then sun protection. So yes, we don't want to necessarily spend 3 hours in the sun, but getting 15-minute intervals of sun is really important, especially in the earlier part of the day before noon, because it helps to give you vitamin D, and you need vitamin D for all the other functions in your body. So getting small intervals of sun, and then outside of that, using a skincare or a sun care system that does not have a lot of toxins and chemicals in it, because most of the skincare out there is not good for your body. And there's studies that are showing that some skin cancers are not actually being caused by the sun itself. It's the sun interacting with the chemicals that are in your sunscreen. And if you're putting it on all the time and the sun is interacting with those chemicals, it can be creating breakage in your DNA. So it's something to keep in mind. It's not a proven theory, but there are certain studies to show that, and it makes sense to me that that could happen. All right. So which oils should I use? There's so many oils. I think there's like over 150 oils or something like that. Where to start? I'm going to give you categories of oils, and you can pick the things that you already have at home. Or if something really, you're like, ooh, I'm curious about that one. That's probably your intuition telling you to give it a shot and give it a try. So for skin imperfections, if you're dealing with any sort of blemishes or rashes or eczema, these are the best oils to be using. HD Clear Topical, I absolutely love this stuff. This stuff is amazing. And I use it pretty much every day. I also use it under my arms to help with keeping that cleansed and detoxified. Lavender is very calming. Melaleuca is also known as tea tree. That is very antiseptic. So lavender and tea tree together are often really good for blemishes. Frankincense is really anti-aging. So putting that in your serums or putting it under your tongue in the morning. Most of these you can also use internally. Lavender you can use internally. Frankincense you can use internally. Does anybody know? How do you know if something is safe to take internally? Put it in the chat. How do you know that something is safe to take internally? Grapefruit, patchouli, helichrysum. This has been the #1 oil that's helped me heal my acne scars. This stuff is amazing. It's also known as liquid stitches. So if you have a cut or a scrape or any sort of scarring, putting this on your skin a few times a day, subsequently, the results are kind of astonishing. So I love Helichrysum. Helichrysum is actually in the Immortelle blend. So I also use Immortelle. I kind of switch off between them. And then rose oil is another really amazing oil for healing any sort of blemishes. Yes, the nutrition label on the bottle, Shanna and Tammy, good job. Yeah, if you look at the bottle and it has, not that one, that does not have it. See if you can see this. That has supplement facts on the bottle. It's safe to ingest. If your bottle of oil does not have supplement facts, it is not safe to ingest. And Joyce put in some very good tips about the trampoline. It's all about flushing out the lymphatic system and detoxing your body. So yeah, jump on a trampoline if you can. I have one at home, thanks to Joyce. She convinced me to invest in one a couple of years ago. Okay, anti-aging Immortelle. This stuff, I like on the neck, on the around the eyes, absolutely love it. Patchouli, helichrysum, myrrh, frankincense, and rose. These are all good individual oils if you want to be making your own concoctions at home. Those would be oils that you could include. They are resins and flower essences, and those are very, think about like, you know, flowers are kind of ever anti-aging, really. I mean, flowers are just so beautiful and they bloom and they're bright. And so when we use them on our bodies, it also helps us feel that way and look that way too. Oh, frankincense, I spelled it wrong. Frankincense. It's frankincense. It's not, it's frankincense. Smooth complexion. So if you're trying to even things out, coriander, clary sage, geranium, these are some examples of oils that you can use. The one that's pictured here, Neroli, is one of my BFFs. I absolutely love this oil. It smells amazing. I also use it as a natural perfume, and it's got some aphrodisiac effects. So anybody watching that needs a little bit of that, try some Neroli. It comes in a roller. And again, feel free to screenshot any of these. If you have questions at the end, I will also answer them if you didn't get to type them in the chat. Skin purifying. So if you're finding that your pores are getting clogged and you're breaking out, these would be great oils to use. Grapefruit, I would drink grapefruit. Any citrus oil you can drink, and that will help the cleansing process. Melaleuca, also tea tree. You can apply that topically. Juniper berry, spikenard, bergamot, Douglas fir are also really helpful for purifying the skin. If you applied bergamot to your skin, do not go out in the sun for an extended period of time, for at least 48 hours. It's very photosensitive. All citrus are photosensitive. So if you were to cut up a lemon and then you got the juice on your hands and then you wiped it on your chest and you went in the sun, you'd probably have like hand marks on your chest. And I've actually seen pictures of this before, people doing that. Just like funny memes of people on the beach drinking, you know, Coronas, and they put lime in their Corona and then they wipe down on their chest and they have this weird burn here. So anything that's citrusy, if you're going to put that on your skin, do it at night so that you have time for it to absorb into your skin, and then you're not worried about it in the day. It's fine if you're just going to like go in the car and drive around or walk to the store or something, but if you're going to be out in the sun for more than 15 minutes at a time, I wouldn't put citrus directly on your face or anything that's going to have direct sun contact. It's not like you're going to like, you know, melt away like the Wicked Witch of the West or anything, but you could get more burned. It makes your skin just more sensitive to the sun. Okay, skincare lines. So Virage, this is my favorite. I'm not gonna lie, I'm picking favorites. There are three children, 3 doTERRA skincare collection children, and I'm picking Virage as my favorite child. The reason I like this so much is because you can see my skin has a glowiness to it already. So the anti-aging line, I don't need as much hydration. I need something that has less oil in the collection, and this has the perfect amount of oil and antiseptic properties for my skin type. So I use the cleanser, which I'm almost out of. I have to get it on my next order. Like just like eking out the tiniest bits so I can make it last until when I order on Monday in the new month. But I use this cleanser first, and then I spritz on the Virage Toner. I'll just show you. I like spritz the toner on my face, And then I will, after that, I don't have any more Immortelle serum because I ran out. But I'm going to use Yarrow Palm in this moment. And then I'll just dot my face with Yarrow Palm. And I'll put it on my neck too. And then I'll do like a little bit of this to blend it in. And then I'll use my gua sha tool, which I'm going to show you a little bit more later. Well, there's another slide about gua sha. Then I use the gua sha and I blend it all into my skin. And I do the right side first, and then I do the left side. And I'm going to show you a little bit more how to do this in a minute. And then I follow up and I put my moisturizer on. Don't you love how my skin is smurfy? That's why I use Yarrow Palm at night. I use Immortelle in the morning and I use Yarrow Palm at night because I don't want to walk around smurfy. But at night, who cares? It absorbs into your skin. It's not going to like stain your stuff. And it doesn't stain your skin forever blue. But I use Immortelle in the morning and I use Yarrow Palm at night. And this is, I just love it. I love it so much. Okay, now, all right, PowerPoint, here we go. Come on, go next. Yeah, here we go. HD Clear. Now, HD Clear is for, this is especially good for teenagers who might be going through a lot of hormonal changes, but I do sometimes break out still, especially around my cycle. And like I said, if I'm eating sweets or not cleansing properly. So I do like this HD Clear. It also comes with the HD Clear cleanser, which is a little bit more astringent, and the HD Clear lotion. So if you are dealing with blemishes, this is a great kit collection to have on hand. And then the essential skincare, this is, or I forgot to put in an updated picture. Some of the packaging has changed on these. But this is the anti-aging line. And I'm sorry, Allie, drinking it doesn't, oh, you're talking about the photosensitive oils. Allie asked a question, drinking it doesn't have those effects, correct? For photosensitive oils, if you drink them, it's not a problem. It's just topical application. So if you're drinking bergamot, you don't have to wait to go in the sun. It's just if you're applying it topically. So the essential skincare, I do use a lot of these products. I use the hydrating cream, especially at night, on my neck and on my décolletage, and in the winter. And then this stuff, this is the best kept secret. A lot of people don't use this because they get annoyed with the packaging. They don't know how to use it. So I'm going to show you how to do it. There's a little thingy at the top. You lightly press until you get just a little bit of product. See it there? You don't want to squeeze too hard and get a lot of product. And then you just roll it in under your eye and then around. Woo! It's amazing. And it's really good if you have bags under your eyes. It's really good for bags. It's really good to smooth out the fine lines here. And it's also good if you get headaches. You can massage into your temples. It's awesome. Like, give yourself a few minutes to really enjoy this during your skincare routine. You can even watch a little bit of Love Island, like I do. Love Island, Australia. I like to watch that on Hulu, and I'll just be doing my gua sha, and then I'll do my little eye roller thingy. And then you do it on the other side. If you need a little more product, you can squeeze again. Just, it's like a light squeeze. That's the key. If you get too much product, it's not fun. And then, because then you have to like pat it in with your fingers, and the whole point is to use the roller. And then just make sure you sanitize this every time after you use it. So I love that stuff. There's a tightening serum that I recommend if you're looking for anti-aging properties. You can put that on your neck and your décolletage as well. And then there is a brightening gel. It comes in different packaging now, but the brightening gel is going to be one of my recommendations if you're looking for a skincare bundle. And then the anti-aging moisturizer is kind of like a step down from the hydrating cream. The hydrating cream is really hydrating, and then that's more like a nighttime cream, whereas the anti-aging moisturizer is a daytime cream. Allie, what's that called? Can you clarify what you're talking about? I think I missed it when you typed it into the chat. All right, Yarrow Palm, y'all. Yarrow Palm. I know it's $98. I know, but this stuff is like friggin' Botox in a bottle, okay? Yarrow Palm comes in a nutritive duo, like it comes in this. You go like this, and there's a little thingy, and then you can put this on your face, or you put it under your tongue. I put this in a capsule and I take it and I do the skinny jeans challenge every couple of, my teeth all blue? No. I do the skinny jeans challenge, and Yarrow Palm is one of the components in it because it's really good for hormone balancing. It's amazing for hormone balancing. And if your hormones are balanced, your skin's going to look amazing. Oh, the eye cream, it's the anti-aging eye cream. That's what that's called, the anti-aging eye cream. That roller thing I was using. So Yarrow Palm, this collection, there's a nutritive duo that you can take internally. There is a body serum that I've run out of that I need to get more of also. And you can use that on your entire body. I like to get out of the shower while my skin is still wet. And then I put the Yarrow Palm on because it spreads more easily and then it all absorbs into my skin better. And then the Yarrow Palm capsules, I just got these. And so you take 2 of these at night, every night, and it helps with balancing your hormones, brightening your skin, giving you that kind of like luminous glow. This stuff is probably one of the best products Doterra has ever come out with. So if you're not using this and you're like got sticker shock with a price tag, use your points and get it for free. If you're on the loyalty rewards program, save up your points and get this for free. I usually have like 200 or 300 points every couple of months because I'm at 30% back now. So I spend about 150 PV a month. So I'm getting $50 back in free points every month. So I can get a new Yarrow Palm every other month if I wanted to. And that's basically how long it lasts. It lasts me like 2 to 3 months. Because that trick I showed you of spraying on the toner and then just doing little dabs of Yarrow, your product lasts so much longer because you can spread it on your skin. If you try to spread it on dry, you need so much more product. So it should last you a couple of months. And then they have a brand new sunscreen collection. Now, I'm sorry, it's sold out really fast. However, the cream is still available. This middle cream thing is still available. And the aftercare spray is going to be released on August 1st. It's probably going to sell out in like the first hour or two. But if you need an after sun care option that has no crap in it, none of the benzene, the oxybenzene, the parabens, the phthalates, the dyes, the nanoparticles, none of that stuff, then this is a great option to get August 1st. This spray, no, wait, no, the cream sold out. I'm sorry. The spray is still available. And the spray is really awesome. It sprays on like a cream and then you rub it in and it blends in so easily. There's really no like weird lines, no streakiness. And I don't know, I have this weird thing when I use sunscreen, I can taste it in my mouth. Like I don't put it in my mouth, obviously. If I put sunscreen on my arms, I can taste the chemicals and the minerals in my mouth within 15 minutes. And I hate it. I hate it. So that's one of the main reasons I hate wearing sunscreen. And I've been using the doTERRA sunscreen and I do not taste it. So that is a good sign. This stick, if this comes back in stock, do yourself a favor, even if it's in the winter, get some and stock up on it in case it sells out again. You can put this on your skin and it like, I don't know if you can see it, there's no streakiness and it makes my skin glow. I get this like glowy feeling, and you can put it on your face directly too. And it just blends right in. So I was using this when I was walking around the other day. I was out in the sun for 2.5 hours walking because I made a mistake and walked too far, and then I couldn't get an Uber home because I didn't have a mask with me and I couldn't find a mask anywhere. So I was walking around for 2.5 hours and I kept reapplying that and I did not get sunburned. And as you can see, I'm like the fairest of them all. And I burned just looking at the sun for 2 seconds. And I did not get sunburned. So this stuff is like putting me back on sunscreen. I haven't worn sunscreen in a few years, which is probably not great. And I really, really can vouch for this system. It's not sticky. I did not find it. I found it like blends into your skin so well and absorbs really well into your skin. It doesn't leave that like extra layer, that like extra white zinky layer on your body. doTERRA Spa, a lot of people don't know these products exist, but they're so good. Especially, I think my all-time favorite is this mask. I use it at least once a week, sometimes more. And I put some blue tansy in it, so I really get smurfy. But it's really good for hydrating and evening skin tone. So you want to use this. I like to do it on Sundays. It's like a little self-care Sunday, or maybe sometimes on Friday nights if I'm home watching Love Island, which I probably am. Love Island. Mud mask, blue tansy. I put like probably like 5 drops of blue tansy in there and get it nice and blue. And then I leave it on my face for about 5 minutes or so. If this is the first time you're using the mask, it's got bentonite clay, which is going to pull all the blood flow up to your face. So when you first rinse it off, you're gonna be like, oh my God, did I get an allergic reaction? It's not I would say 99.9% not an allergic reaction. It's all the blood flow coming to your skin and making your skin red. Now, of course, if you're itchy or irritated or you start getting hives, then of course don't use it. But like I said, I have the most sensitive skin ever, and I love this mask. But the first couple times I used it, I was like, is this bad? And then I read more about bentonite clay, and it's supposed to do that. It's supposed to pull toxins and impurities out of your pores. So it brings all the blood to your skin. Which is also really good for collagen stimulation. And collagen is the thing that keeps our skin really plump and effervescent and full. So you can also put the mud mask on your pits to do a weekly deep pit detox. I highly recommend it. It works so well. So if you're feeling like by the end of the week, you're a little bit like stinky naturally, that's just bacteria and stuff in there. So mud mask can pull all of that out. And then at night, before you go to bed, keep this on your bedside table and put some moisturizer on your hands to keep your hands really supple as well. And I like this Citrus Bliss Spa hand lotion. There's also a unscented body lotion, so you can mix your own oils in there if you want to use a body lotion. The body butter is really luxurious and really good for your legs if your legs tend to get dry. I love putting the body butter on my legs. The body wash smells really good. The body scrub, when you use the body scrub, it's got some good oils in there so that when you rinse it off, it leaves your skin still hydrated. And then they've got body soap bars, they've got lip balm, and all of it is really good. So if you haven't tried these are fun things to try. And if you need to add just like a couple of extra PV points to qualify for free shipping, because you get free shipping at 100 PV, or if you need to add a little bit extra to get to your 125 PV to get the free product, because you get the free product of the month before the 15th. These are great things to add. The lip balm is like 5 PV, that, they're like smaller PV values that you can just add onto your order and bump up your order to get the freebies. Okay, foundational supplements. All right, I want to talk more in depth about the supplementation because this is an inside job. We can be doing all the things on the outside, but if we're not doing enough on the inside, we're not going to see the results that we want to see in the same way. So, Lifelong Vitality Pack, who's taking a Lifelong Vitality Pack? Type in the chat if you're taking this. And if you are, tell me what you've experienced. What shifts have you experienced in your health? I became a health coach in 2006. I studied at the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. And I would say for like 15 years, I did not recommend supplements. I didn't take them myself, mostly because I would take them and I'd feel no difference. And I felt like I just spent hundreds of dollars on supplements and herbs and nothing happened. And then I was still dealing with all of this stuff, all of the digestive issues, all of the skin issues, all of the mood issues that I was dealing with. And then in 2014 is when I joined Doterra. Took me about a year to become open to even trying the supplements, and I tried them for a week and then I returned them because I was like, that didn't work. And the person who introduced me to Doterra was like, okay, you're a health coach, right? Don't you tell people that things take time and you have to be consistent? And I was like, yeah, maybe. She's like, try it for 30 days. There's a 30-day money back guarantee. Try it for 30 days and let me know how you feel after 30 days. And so after 30 days, I definitely noticed like more energy. I felt like my digestion was getting better. My elimination was getting better. I was like pooping a lot and it was more often. And then by 60 days, like at the time I was dealing with really bad acne. And at 60 days, I had people in my office kind of being like, what happened to your skin? Did you get a face peel? And I was like, no, I freaking started taking these supplements that I now have to pay for every month because they work, but I guess it's cheaper than a face peel. So I've gone through bouts of being like, I don't need these anymore. I'm good. And I won't take them for a few weeks. And then I'll start to feel like really sad and tired and lethargic and constipated. And my skin will start breaking out. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? And I'm like, oh, I stopped taking my supplements. So that's the key. If you are taking them and you go through a period where you don't take them and you notice how you feel, that's the biggest indicator of how they're changing your body from the inside out. Tammy takes them. Tammy takes the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Yes. So it has a multivitamin. It's bioavailable and food-based. It has an antioxidant blend, meaning it helps to get your body, get rid of free radicals, and free radicals damage DNA. You don't want free radicals in your body. That breaks down collagen. It breaks down all the systems in the body. It messes with your hormones. So this is an antioxidant. that helps to just keep the body youthful. And then omegas, you gotta have that 3-6-9 fatty acid combo that also helps to balance your hormones and keep your cells juicy. So this is basically everything you need in one place. So if you're taking a lot of separate vitamin D, vitamin B, vitamin C, I don't really recommend taking separate vitamins anyway, because it's not like apples only have vitamin C. They're mixed with a lot of other things because your body can process the vitamin C with the fiber, with the other components of the food. So you want to have as much of a complete supplement as possible, as close to what you would consume in food, so that your body can use it, rather than it just going out through your liver and then out of your body and you never even got any benefit. Tammy says it was gradual, so nothing earth moving, but now she feels great even when she misses taking it. And she's been taking frankincense. It's been helping with her memory and focus and mood. And she ran out of frankincense and noticed a pretty big difference almost immediately after stopping taking frankincense. She was like, could frankincense be the thing that was helping me? And then she started taking it again and she was like, yep, Frankie's my new BFF. Now the digestive enzyme, the Terrazyme digestive enzyme, does something different than the Lifelong Vitality Pack. The digestive enzyme helps you break down your fats, proteins, and carbohydrates so that you can absorb the nutrients from your food better. So you want to take this with food. You can also take it on an empty stomach. So if you're dealing with any sort of constipation, which is then leading to skin breakouts or any other stuckness or dis-ease or lack of flow in the body, taking the digestive enzymes on an empty stomach in the morning will help to break anything down that didn't get digested the day before. You could also take the Terrazyme at night before you go to bed with your Yarrow Palm capsules. And then the PB Assist probiotic is the healthy bugs that you need in your intestines to populate and make a healthy microbiome. So the reason I like this probiotic is because it's enterically coated, meaning that there's an extra layer of coating on the actual capsules so that your digestive acids do not break down the bugs that are meant to go into your intestines. Because if the probiotic dissolves in your stomach, all the bugs are getting killed by your stomach acid. We want it to bypass the stomach and go into the intestines. And the reason that it's green, those little capsules are green, is because there's prebiotics. So there's chlorophyll in there. The prebiotic helps the probiotic to populate because the probiotic can feed on it and then populate in your gut. So the probiotic is meant to be taken 3 at night for 10 days and then don't do anything for 20 days. So you infuse your body with healthy bugs for 10 days and then give it a break for 20. And then infuse it for 10 and then give it a break for 20. If you can't remember to do that, if it's too hard with your schedule, you could just take 1 every night consistently. But the recommendation from Dr. Hill is 10 days on, 20 days off. 3 at night for 10 days, 20 days off with no probiotics. You can keep taking your Lifelong Vitality Pack and your enzymes, but the probiotic 10 days on, 20 days off. I take all of those every day, Allie. And I will tell you, 10 years ago, I would have been like, no, am I doing that? Are you kidding me? That's so many pills. I don't want to take pills. Problem is our food is so depleted of nutrients. You would have to eat 50 apples today to equal the nutritional value of 1 apple 50 years ago. So even if you eat a perfect diet, it's impossible to get enough nutrients from your food. I mean, I don't know anybody who's eating 50 apples. Even Joyce, I don't think is even eating 50 apples a day. She eats a lot of fruits and vegetables. So you have to supplement, and you have to, it's like you either take these pills now or you take the other kind of pills later. Yeah, 3, that's right, Allie. 3, 10 days in a row, and then nothing for 20 days. Okay, face map. This is so cool. Your face is a map to your body and your organs. So you can see inside your organs from your face. So if you're getting lines, wrinkles, creases, blemishes, these are the parts of your body. Oops, let me go back. These are the parts of your body that might need to be cleansed. So large intestine, if you have smile lines here, large intestine, so you want to work on definitely Terrazyme. Lungs is here, so you'd want to diffuse more and increase your breathing and your exercise. Stomach, also Terrazyme. Oh, large intestines would be previous cysts as well. Hormones, Lifelong Vitality Pack, the omegas in the Lifelong Vitality Pack will help with that. Also the Clary Calm, I think I have it here somewhere, Clary Calm roller. You can roll this on the inside of your ankles and around your belly button. That will help with hormones, even if you're a peri or postmenopausal. The heart, also cardiovascular exercise, also, you know, nothing too intensive because you don't want to spike cortisol. Kidneys here, so that eye roller that we were using will help to move the lymphatic flow that's connected to the kidneys. You got your bladder here. So this is pretty fascinating. So if you notice, if you look in the mirror later and you notice certain wrinkles or blemishes or, you know, sunspots or liver spots in certain areas, it may be an indication that there are certain organs in your body that are struggling a bit. Now, I will say if your liver is struggling, it's because there are other parts of your body that are offloading onto the liver. So you really need to address the whole body holistically. And it is important to do regular cleansing. There is a cleanse that I run through Doterra. Doterra has a kit called the Cleanse and Restore Kit. And we typically do it in the beginning of the year, but if you can do it, like I do a group cleanse at the beginning of the year, but if you can do that cleanse once a quarter, it will help so much with this. That's when my acne really cleared up, is when I was taking the Lifelong Vitality Pack for 60 days, and then I did the Doterra Cleanse, and I started taking the Zendocrine Herbal Complex and the Zendocrine Soft Gels, and it was like I had a different face. So I am personally doing the cleanse right now. I started it on Sunday, and it lasts for 30 days. Because I've been traveling for a year and I was eating a lot of road food and I was not doing self-care as well as I normally would. So my body is really needing a cleanse. So I started that on Sunday. If you have any questions on what the protocol is, how often to do it, what you need to take, feel free to message me. You can message me on Facebook. You can also email me. I'll type it in the chat, but it's amanda@realessentialalchemy.com. And you can email me and I can answer your question. So the cool thing is, for the next slide, if you are dealing with any of those issues, you can use your gua sha tool to help kind of like massage things out and work on lymphatic drainage. So the typical, I showed you a little bit in the beginning, but typically you want to move up the skin to start, and you don't want to do like too heavy of a pressure. You want to keep the tool as flat as possible. So you can kind of see like flat as possible and move up like this. So there's just like a little bit of space between your, you just put your thumb basically there, and that's the only space you should have between your neck and the tool. And then you can use this part here, this little curved part, to go up like this. And again, keep it super flat, so it's just your finger is there. And you can kind of like do a little thingy here that helps to release any sort of stuckness and create more flow. And you could do it like this up here. And you can do a couple of swipes in each area. Just keep the tool close to your skin. Don't pull it. You can even hold it like this too if you just want to like gently pull it up. This is a lifting tool. And then you can do it also around your eyebrows like this. And then if you have any like little lines here, you use this tool here, little serrated part, and then you just do like a little eraser. Just like lightly, just want to be gentle with your skin, but it's like a little eraser. And then once you're done on that side and you do a little bit of like up here, trying to keep the tool flat, go around and down and release anything that might have been stirred up. You want to help the lymphatic system drain it out. And you could do as many, I mean, like I said, I'll just watch TV and do this for a while until I'm done. It feels so good to me. I just love it. It's so relaxing, especially at night. And then you do the next side. So you want to do everything on one side, and then you can sort of see the difference. Like, look, this part, look how lifted this is compared to here. It's crazy. So then I do this side and then lift, same thing. And then, you know, bloop, 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 around, up, up, and then you can do the little eraser on this side if you need to. You can do the eraser in between your eyebrows if you need to. If you notice that in your face map chart, you're having a lot of issues with like the heart, then you might want to spend a little extra time, a little extra love and care in this area of your body, or I mean, of your face. And then when you're complete, do the same thing down this side of your neck to drain anything that you just released. And then, yeah, do that. If you can do it morning and night, awesome. If you, oh, I also have a roller. So sometimes I prefer to use the roller. I have like a little rose quartz crystal roller. Sometimes I prefer that because it's easy and it feels nice to roll it up and down my skin, but it's best to do up and then around the sides. You don't want to roll down because you're trying to lift and tone. And so this is the roller. So you can use either. And the big side of the roller is for the larger parts of your face. And then the little tiny part is for around your eyes and in between your brows. And so this is an image. Feel free to take a picture, but it's showing you how to go up and over, down and up. All right, this is my daily skincare routine. I pretty much do this religiously. I wake up and I have lemon water. I put a drop of lemon oil in my water, warm water or like lukewarm water. I don't like to use cold in the morning because cold, it puts out the digestive fire in your stomach. So you want to keep that cauldron burning. So it's best to use either like warm, like you could use like hot water, but not boiling, because if the water is boiling, it can destroy the therapeutic benefit of your oil. So that's why I keep a Brita out on my counter. And when I wake up in the morning, I have a big glass of water and I take a Terrazyme, 1 to 2 Terrazyme, depending on what I ate the day before. I'll take a shower. I'll use the Doterra body scrub and the body butter, or you can use this body mist. This body mist is especially nice if you're going out on a date, because when you spray it on, it makes you all glittery and glowy. It's really cool. It's not like super glittery, like you're going to a rave, but it's like glowy enough that you look like glittery. So then after I get out of the shower, while my body's still wet, I put on the body butter or the body mist or the Yarrow Palm serum, depending on like how hot it is outside. The body butter might be too heavy. I might prefer the Yarrow Palm, especially if I got a little bit too much sun. Then I do my morning gua sha I spritz my toner on, and then I put the Immortelle serum on because it doesn't have any color to it. Then I'll pat on. So when I put on my moisturizer, I showed you like briefly, I use the Virage moisturizer. I'll put it on my skin and then just kind of like, I try to like pat it. It also like stimulates collagen when you're doing this kind of like patting motion. And then if I'm going outside, I'll put on the Doterra sunscreen. I take my Lifelong Vitality pack with breakfast and lunch, and I'll take a Terrazyme usually with it also. And then I'll do my evening gua sha with a spritz, my toner. I'll put I wash my face first. Then I spritz the toner, and then I do the little drops of the Yarrow Palm serum and the gua sha tool. And then I'll put on the hydrating cream, especially on my neck, or I'll do the Virage Toner probably on my face, and then the hydrating cream on my neck and my chest. And then I'll do the anti-aging roller, and then I'll put the hand moisturizer on before I go to bed. And then at night, like right before I go to bed, I'll take 1 to 2 Terrazyme, my PB Assist, and then 2 Yarrow Palm caps. Now that sounds like a lot, but once you start doing it, if you want to pick one of these things, like for a week, it's like, all right, I'm just going to do my lemon water and Terrazyme. And then once you get that down, you can add in another thing. And what's cool is if you just put these products or replace them with what you were using before, and I just put them where I'm going to see them and I'm going to remember to use them. So put your supplements where your water is or your breakfast is, say, or like if you have it in your fridge, put it where your breakfast is so you remember to take it. You can split up your supplements into an empty egg carton and just put the egg carton like on top of whatever it is that you're going to be eating for breakfast or lunch so you remember to take it. And then weekly, I do the Reveal skincare system. This stuff feels so amazing. It's got these teeny tiny bamboo beads, and you rub it into your skin for about a minute. like very gently exfoliating, and then you put an activator on top of it and you massage for another minute, and you could do it on your chest as well. Just do like really gentle up the chest and up the neck. And that helps to exfoliate the skin and activate evening the skin tone. And then I also do the mud mask with blue tansy weekly. Monthly, if you can get a professional facial, do it. And if you can't, you're basically doing facials for yourself at home. Do some infrared saunas. Infrared light can be really supportive for boosting collagen and cleaning out toxins out of the body. They're usually pretty inexpensive. A lot of places will do packages where you can buy like 10 and get a discount. But if you can do infrared saunas, I highly recommend the dry infrared sauna. And then if you can do colonics, even better. I know Joyce, our rinse princess, is on, she's a colonic and trampoline maniac. If you can do enemas at home, great. I'm not there yet. So I try to go and get colonics when I can. But if you're brave enough to do a daily enema and you're open to it, it will be amazing for your skin. I mean, amazing. It cleans out all the gunk that is backing up your organs. And then quarterly, do the Doterra Cleanse. So the Doterra Cleanse is basically the Lifelong Vitality Pack, the Terrazyme, the PB Assist, and then you also add in the Zendocrine oils and soft gels, the GX Assist, and the DDR Prime. However, you don't necessarily take all the things at the same time. There's a protocol to follow. So if you want that protocol and you want a little guidance, I can give you more information about that. So just let me know. So feel free to take a snap of this if that's helpful. All right, and what's crazy, I did not plan this, but there is a BOGO happening. I think it's still available. I don't think it's sold out yet. But if you buy Yarrow Palm before the 29th, you'll get the capsules and the brightening gel for free, which is like 70, I think you save like $70 or something like that. So that's pretty sweet. So if you were thinking about trying this, it's kind of a great time to do it. And then because Yarrow Palm is only 98 PV, you'd want to add on something small, like a 5 PV thing to get your free shipping, because shipping costs $6.99. So if you got like a little lip balm or the like hand lotion, it'll get you to 100 PV, and then you'll get free shipping if you're ordering through the Loyalty Rewards program. All right, so here are some bundles that you can try. If you're looking for anti-aging, you get the Yarrow Palm Nutritive Duo, and then you'll get the capsules and the brightening gel for free through the 29th or until it sells out. It could sell out sooner. So if you were thinking about this, I wouldn't wait. Then I would add on the hydrating cream and the anti-aging eye cream. That's the roller. And that would be a total of 168 PV. So if you're brand new to doTERRA and you do not have a membership yet, this bundle would get you a free membership, which saves you $35 because the membership alone is $35. So if you're a member and you're just ordering on your LRP, you could just get the Yarrow Palm Nutritive Duo today, and then you get those 2 free products, add on a small item for 5 PV, and then the hydrating cream and anti-aging cream could be on your wish list for a future LRP order. So if you're new, this is a bundle I'd recommend. And then next month in August, you can set up your LRP to get the Lifelong Vitality Pack, the Terrazyme, the PB Assist, and the Tightening Serum. So this would be my starter anti-aging bundle. Now there's always other things that you can add in. You can add in the rose oil, you could add in the geranium or patchouli or Immortelle, but this would be sort of like the core products for anti-aging. And you get a discount when you order the Lifelong Vitality Pack and the Terrazyme and the PB Assist through your LRP. So that's why it's recommended getting it in your second month. You can't join LRP the first month that you enroll. You can only get an LRP order in the second month after you've joined. So if you know somebody out there who's been thinking about getting started with oils, you might want to let them know about this, because I'll tell you in the end, you're going to get some extra bonus credits for sharing oils with people. This is the brightening bundle. So again, the Yarrow Palm Nutritive Duo, you'll get the capsules and the brightening gel for free. I would add on Immortelle. And you can see here, this is the power of the brightening gel. This woman, she was dealing with some sunspots and she was putting on the brightening gel regularly, and it helps this bright, it looks like this spot is like completely gone. So I've had that experience also, so I can vouch for it. And then again, next month, you can do the Lifelong Vitality Pack, the Terrazyme PB Assist, and then I would add in the Reveal skincare system. So if you're looking to even skin tone, get rid of spots, you'll have the brightening gel, the Immortelle, which has Helichrysum in it. That's the one that helped me heal my acne scars. And then the Reveal skincare system, which is the exfoliation. And then if you're really needing to balance hormones because you're dealing with sagging skin, wrinkles, or breakouts, then I would recommend, again, Nutritive Duo, Capsules, and Brightening Gel for free. I would get the HD Clear, which is the one that helps clear up blemishes. And then I would get the Clary Calm Roller, which I showed you earlier, to help balance hormones from the inside out. And then in the following month, you can get, again, the Lifelong Vitality Pack, Terrazyme PB Assist. Anybody notice the theme here? And then you can add in phytoestrogen. So this helps to balance estrogen. This is especially helpful for people who are in peri or postmenopause. Now you can swap any of these things out. This is an example. This is my recommendation, but if you didn't want the phytoestrogen and instead you wanted rose oil, you could absolutely do that. So these are starter bundles for new customers, but anyone who is watching that is already an existing customer, you can order any of these products through your LRP, but the BOGO is only available through the 29th or until it sells out. Okay, if you like making your own stuff and you want to play around with some of the oils you have at home, if you have patchouli and geranium and rose, you can go to this website. Let me see, can I pop that in the chat? Doterra, it's doterra.com/us/en/blog-products. See if I can type that into the chat for you so that it's a little easier to copy paste, and you can always save it to the bookmark in your browser. If you have like Google as your browser. You can save it and then get really good recipe ideas from here. Just remember what I said earlier, that the shelf life on these is not as long as your normal product. So you have to use them up pretty quickly. So don't make a huge batch, make smaller amounts, like get little small glass bottles and glass dropper bottles and spray bottles, get small ones so you can store the DIY recipe things that you make, store them in those. Okay, did you miss the bubble diffuser? People went nuts over this bubble diffuser. I missed it. I was really sad. People were selling it on Etsy for like $200 or some crazy stuff. You can actually get it for free just by sharing doTERRA. So if you have anyone in your life who has been like stealing your lemon oil or asking you why you smell so good, or like, you know, just wondering what you're up to, if you invite them to try doTERRA, they can come to the next class, which is, I'll pop this in the chat also. Oops. Oh, we're doing a raffle, so don't leave. I'll pop this in the chat as well. But if you invite them to this class and they come and they start with one of those bundles, the BOGO will be over by then, which is sad. So if you think they want the bundle, you can let them know about this sooner. But let me know if that link works. Hopefully I typed it in correctly, but that's to register for next week's class. I'm going to do an encore because so many people messaged me and they were like, oh, I want to come, but I'm not going to make it. And I know most people never watch recordings. I recorded this, but most people don't watch them. I often don't. So I'm going to do an encore class a week from today, same time, not the same place. Everyone gets their own unique Zoom link, but same time, same topic. And if they join and get a bundle, you'll get a credit towards one of these goodies. So if 3 people got bundles, then you would get a bubble diffuser and a Motivate oil, which is amazing and smells so good. If 5 people got a bundle, you would get a diffuser, a Motivate, and this exclusive rose mist that doTERRA does not sell. The only way to get it is through this, and it looks amazing. I haven't tried it yet. And then if the person who decides to get a bundle gets one, they get on the LRP and get the Lifelong Vitality Pack and the Terrazyme and the probiotics in the following month, they're going to get $50 worth of product credits to use on a future order. So this goes through the end of September, but again, the BOGO only goes through the 29th. So it's a little fast to be sharing about this with folks. But if you know anybody who's like really curious or interested about oils right now, then they're welcome to get started with a bundle to get take advantage of the BOGOs. Otherwise, you can invite them to the class next week and just make sure they mention that you sent them so that if they do decide to get a bundle, you'll get credits. All right, now we're going to do the raffle, do a giveaway. Okay, if you have questions, feel free to type it in the chat or unmute yourself. If you want to ask me, feel free to unmute yourself. I'm going to put everybody's name into a little random name picker, and then we shall pick a winner of, I've got 2 products actually, so you have a chance to win 2 things. So don't leave yet. Any final questions or comments? If there's something that you were like, I'm definitely trying that, put that in the chat so we know. What's like one thing that you're definitely going to try from the tips that you learned tonight? Yes, Allie, I can. And if anybody else is still here and can type in the chat or unmute, let us know what you learned tonight that you're definitely going to incorporate. Hey, Allie.
Hi.
Hi.
So I was, yes, I'll get you more muffin in 1 second. So I was looking at the face map and I couldn't tell if mine was more hormonal or if it was like large intestine. So I get breakouts really bad right here. And the large intestine was kind of shown like right here. So I don't know if it is like,
this is more hormonal. Like here and here is hormonal and digestive. I mean, it's all connected, really. It's all connected, really. But yeah, like I would say mostly hormonal here.
Interesting. Cool. Thank you so much.
It's like here, here, and here. It's pretty much hormonal. Anything like here.
Thanks.
Yeah, totally. Margaret says at 78 years old, she needs it all. Shanna has so many things to choose from. Yeah. Yep. I recently learned about the seed oil thing. So that's my #1 thing that I've been avoiding. And that's a pretty easy one to avoid, honestly, because then it keeps me from eating a lot of processed foods, like emotionally eating processed foods. Because I'm like, this is like a death sentence, basically. Okay. So our first winner, and this is Correctex. So Correctex is like natural Neosporin. This stuff is awesome. I had a cut on my shoulder the other day and I just kept putting Correctex on it. I don't even know how I got this. Honestly, probably my cat scratched me and I didn't realize it, but I put Correctex on it and it works so well and it doesn't have petroleum jelly in it. Petroleum jelly is so toxic. So this is your natural Neosporin, Correctex. You can use it if you get a burn, a cut, a scrape, a bug bite. Tammy, you won the Correctex, so I'm going to mail this to you. And you could win twice. This random name generator could pick your name twice. We'll see. We'll see how lucky you are tonight. The next winner is of an HD clear roller. Again, this is the one for the blemishes. This is also the one you can use under your arms to freshen your pits. And actually, Shanna, you won this one. Yay. So those are the two. Yeah, woo woo. Those are the two gifts tonight. So if people come next week, I'll be doing another giveaway. So feel free to share that link, and I'll also be emailing it out to you as well. So if I don't have your email address, just pop it in the chat so I can grab it. Shanna's gonna try the eye roller and the serum. Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, Yarrow Palm, eye serum next month. Those are great things to put in your order next month. And remember, you're gonna be accruing rewards points if you're on LRP, so you can get a lot of this stuff for free. Awesome. If there's no more questions, I'm going to stop the recording. I got Margaret. Okay, cool. Thanks for your email. And if you need me, yes, was there a question?
I do have a question, but I just figured it could go off record.
Okay.
So I had a question. I saw somebody saying something about taking like your oils for your face and mixing it with like, instead of oil, like, especially like I have more oily skin, like hyaluronic acid, which is I've used before in the past. Have you heard of that? Have you, ever tried anything like that or anything? I'm just curious because I tried to Google it and it didn't give me many results. So
yeah, so anything that has acid in it is going to create a certain pH in your skin. So you're going to want to balance it out with something that is not acidic. So I think, I would do research and try things out to figure out what works best for your skin. But if I just put something acid on my skin over and over and over again, it would really dry out and I'd start to notice fine lines and wrinkles over time. So, sometimes it takes a little trial and error to figure out the right combination for your particular skin type. So I don't want to say like, no, don't use it, or
yeah,
yes, it's the Holy Grail. I have heard that it can be effective, but I don't know if I would use it as the only component, just from like a pH factor.
Thank you for that. And then the other question is, how thick is the Immortelle serum? Like, I think I'm gonna try it and use it at night, but I'm wondering if I could use it during the day, but I am have more oily skin. So it's a challenge with all my DIY stuff, because in the daytime I'm like, I want some anti-aging during the day too.
Yeah, so I have pretty oily skin as well. And I find that when I'm balancing my hormones and taking the Lifelong Vitality Pack, it doesn't get like oily, drippy where I have to use oil pads and it feels gross. It just feels like dewy. And so the Immortelle serum to me feels dewy, whereas the Yarrow Palm is thicker. Like if I don't know if you've tried Yarrow Palm, but Yarrow Palm has a much thicker consistency than the Immortelle serum.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Great questions. Great. Okay. Anyone else have a final question before we say goodbye?
I do. So I was gonna get the Yarrow Palm for me, and then let my mom try it because she has a lot of dark spots on her face that she's always trying to get rid of. But she also just recently, excuse me, she's recently found out she has psoriasis. She's had like total breakout, like all different kinds, like on her head. It was like scaly, kind of flaky, and then on her hands, on the palm of her hands, she had dots, and then it like bubbled and peeled off. So she's got like all different kinds. And I was wondering what would be, do you have any suggestions what I could?
Yeah. So a combination of lavender and tea tree oil diluted and applied topically can help. I might even put in a little bit of geranium for soothing. So you could make a roller like one of these and do like 20 drops of each oil and then the rest fractionated coconut oil. And then she could rub it on her hands when she's feeling like she needs the extra TLC. But any sort of skin issues, it's an inside job. She's got to work on her gut health. She's got to work. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people aren't open to it and then they just continue suffering with the skin issues, but she's got to work on her digestive health. So the Terrazyme and the probiotics and the Lifelong Vitality Pack, I'd say it's hard to get major results without working on that.
Okay. So yeah, maybe I'll get her on the LLV, and then, so some with the Terrazyme and the PB Assist.
Yeah, Terrazyme, PB Assist, and Lifelong Vitality Pack. That's sort of like the trifecta of foundational nutrition that I recommend. And then, give that like 60 to 90 days with the topical application of the lavender and the tea tree, geranium. She could even just get the Immortelle roller. And what's cool about Immortelle, this is a little hack. If you want your Immortelle roller to last longer, split the bottle of oil in between 2 bottles and then add fractionated coconut oil or some other kind of oil in there to dilute it. And Allie, to answer your earlier question, fractionated coconut oil doesn't have the same comedogenic effects as raw coconut oil. So I can often use fractionated coconut oil on my skin to address your earlier question because a lot of the fatty acid chains are taken out, so it's not as thick. So with Immortelle, split the oil in between the 2 bottles because it's not pre-diluted. Dilute it with fractionated coconut oil, and then you just split your Immortelle into 2 bottles and it'll last double the amount of time. So she could even just you could get a bottle of Immortelle and split it for her and put it in an empty roller and just add some coconut oil, and then she could put that on her hands. I personally don't use almond oil because I am reactive to nuts. Nuts tend to make me break out, and almond oil is no exception. So I prefer fractionated because it's odorless, colorless. It's not it's hypoallergenic. It's a really thin oil. But again, I prefer to use the Immortelle serum just because it's already done for me, and I get lazy. I get lazy these days in my old age at 42.
Maybe I'll get her that.
Cool. Yeah. Does that answer your question, Tammy?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Allie, did you have another question?
Yeah, thank you. Since you mentioned the Lifelong Vitality Pack, the Terrazyme, is it Terrazyme or Terrazyme? Terrazyme, thanks. Does that, I think we talked about it a few months ago, but can that help with chronic heartburn?
Yeah, so often chronic heartburn is a result of low stomach acid. People think it's like excess stomach acid, but often it's low stomach acid. I used to deal with pretty intense acid reflux and heartburn. And then I found out that my stomach acid was low, and when your stomach acid is low, you're not breaking down your food as effectively either. So your body's not able to absorb nutrients from your system. So everything's just super out of whack. So 2 things that can help is Digestion under the tongue before meals. And then the digestive enzyme, the Terrazyme, taking like 2 to 3 with every meal and on empty stomachs.
And what was that? The 2 to 3 every meal? Was that Terrazyme you said?
Terrazyme, yeah. Terrazyme is the enzyme. That's kind of how I remember it. Terrazyme enzyme. And that will help you break down your food better. So for like 90 days, for like 3 months, I would take Terrazyme like 3 with every meal and on an empty stomach until your body can rejuvenate the hydrochloric acid, because it has hydrochloric acid in the Terrazyme. So it'll help your body to replenish the hydrochloric acid. And then you can kind of like, after that first 90 days, you can start taking less Terrazyme because your body sort of gets kickstarted.
Awesome. Thank you. With the Digestion, would you recommend that I get like the oil or the, you know how they have like the capsules of Digestion?
I personally like to put it under my tongue. But if you really can't handle the taste, you can get the capsules. The capsules has a little bit more oil in it. And I prefer to just do like 1 drop under my tongue.
Okay. So
Also,
it doesn't,
works
I mean,
faster because when you put it under your tongue, it goes straight into your bloodstream because it bypasses the digestive system. So it goes right under your tongue, has like such huge, all the big veins. So it goes right into your bloodstream. Whereas if you take the capsule, you have to wait 45 minutes.
Yeah.
To digest.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks so much.
Yeah, totally. All right. Awesome. Well, I love you. All your questions were amazing. Thank you for being here. I will be mailing out your goodies. And if you have any follow-up questions, feel free to post them in the Facebook group, the Essential Alchemist group, because you're probably not the only person who has the question. So feel free to post it in there. And if you have loved ones that need to learn about this, please invite them to the class next week because everybody deserves a little TLC.
Thanks, Amanda.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Have a great night, everybody.
You
You
too.
too.
Bye.
Bye.